Now from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather today. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, folks, here we go now on this Hump Day Wednesday, and this is really the beginning now of a fairly active stretch of weather, both later today, Wednesday, and especially as we go through tomorrow, Thursday, talking about an opportunity of rain, heavy rain, maybe even a hit of severe weather for some of us. Want to get you caught up on this fairly soggy weather timeline over the next few minutes. But as we go through today, Wednesday, I think through a good part of the afternoon, in the Metroplex, we do remain dry. It's really late this afternoon, but more so this evening that we begin to introduce rain probabilities. By the way, very warm and humid this afternoon with a daytime high right around 84. Across North Texas, radar right now completely quiet. You can't see the tip of the precipitation, though, not across parts of eastern New Mexico. You can also see that little brown line. It's a dry line. That's going to be scooting off to the east as we go through the day. And this evening, that dry line could be the focus of a few thunderstorms developing, maybe even supercell-shaped storms developing out across parts of the big country. A few of those may approach our western counties this evening, and that's where at least some concern is for severe weather. We'll talk more about that coming up. Otherwise, it's all about this right here. This is our approaching upper-level storm system. Really looks quite impressive, especially as you look at it here on the water vapor imagery, the counterclockwise spin. But the other piece of this, and this is really the key piece of our weather forecast going forward, it's not even so much the strong storm system is going to be coming out, but look at this fetch of Pacific tropical moisture running up and over the Lone Star State and North Texas. So as that storm system moves through with the lift, it's really going to be able to wring out a lot of that tropical moisture and again give us that a decent opportunity of heavy rain around the area. So going forward in time, the storm system essentially splits into two. We have a piece of energy, if you will, coming out again tonight into parts of tomorrow, Thursday. Yes, giving us that opportunity of rain, heavy rain, but the other piece of energy holds back to the west, and by late this upcoming weekend, Sunday into Monday, we'll look at that here. It comes. That'll be another opportunity of rain, heavy rain, again, late weekend into the following Monday. And then after that, eyes begin to turn off to the north as we get close to Thanksgiving, maybe right after Thanksgiving. Indications are the jet stream tries to come to the south, and because of that, there may be a pretty significant cold front somewhere around the area. But again, right now, that's still a ways on down the road. We'll track that carefully again as we get, well, a little bit closer to Thanksgiving. But let's go and talk about this afternoon. And again, the clouds continue to filter in. Again, a couple isolated showers, maybe a rumble of thunder this afternoon, can't be ruled out. Again, this evening, we will be watching out to the west. Anything that forms along that dry line could be severe and try and make its way into our western counties. Otherwise, as we go through the evening, overnight, activity begins to fill in. It appears as though a pretty wet night, especially from the Interstate 35 corridor off to the west. And then as we go through tomorrow, Thursday, activity continues to fill in. Not necessarily severe, just heavy rain. And again, you can see as we go through the day, even for the evening commute tomorrow, Thursday, that'll be a wall of water just coming through. Again, very heavy rainfall amounts with that. And then some lingering activity even into parts of Thursday evening, Thursday night, before we begin to clear everything out as we get into Friday. This is from the Storm Prediction Center, risk of severe weather. I still think it's mainly our western counties this evening with a hail and a wind concern. There is a very narrow window, maybe for a couple of hours between 6 p.m. and maybe 9 p.m. where an isolated tornado warning can't be ruled out. We'll track that carefully. But again, right now, it appears as though the primary concern on the lower end would be wind and again, would be hail. The other thing I'm watching, this is mainly for tomorrow. It is going to be an opportunity of heavy rain and again, some flooding concerns developing around the area. 1, 2, 3 inch rainfall amounts and those backyard rain gauges may be common around the area. So lower to mid 80s today. It's going to be humid. Again, clouds kind of lingering and building in through the day. Rain probabilities increasing from the west late day into the evening. If you're making evening plans, I don't think a washout here in the Metroplex, but there will be rain and storm opportunities. Very balmy with temperatures in the 70s this evening, 60s overnight with rain and thunder building in. Likely rain probabilities overnight. And then as we go through tomorrow, Thursday, with temperatures essentially flatlining through the 70s, likely rain and storm probabilities continue as we go through essentially the entire day. So unsettled again tonight into tomorrow. We begin to clear all of that out by Friday. Saturday looks good. Here comes that next weather maker Sunday into Monday, and then we're watching for that possible chill down near or just after Thanksgiving.